Hi there, George here. I have just come back from a session at the local track in order to get my TrainAsOne 3.2 kilometer assessment run done today. So this is the run as Tau subscribe it. When you're starting to use Tau, you will have to do one of these as well as two other assessments. A perceived effort assessment will be the first one. And you'll also be asked to do a 6 minutes all-out assessment. So in this one here, this is 3.2 kilometers. So this is a little bit too far for most people to just run all out. And what is being looked for here, as far as I believe, is your lactate threshold. So what maximum speed can you achieve that is somewhat sustainable for about 60 to 90 minutes at the most. But here we're testing it over 3.2. So it's actually trying to get an understanding of lactate threshold as well as your overall cardiovascular capacity, because the goal is to do this as quickly as you can. So if you watched the previous video that I'll link to, I explained why in the TrainAsOne training plan I had these 4 gaps here, which are resting days for my body to adjust to the somewhat heavier training load of the training block before. That was also focused a lot on interval training. You see here interval, and so on and so forth. So my hope for today was that my lactate threshold has improved, and my VO2 max, my overall cardiovascular capacity, as well as the level that, or the pace that I can run for 60 to 90 minutes, that has also improved. So the run has just uploaded. If I synchronize my calendar now, you'll see that the figures for in here have changed. So if we go into this one here now and say view, these are the details that you have. Over time, TrainAsOne will get very good at also recognizing what type of run you've been doing. So yes, I have been doing the run that Tau wanted me to do, so I'll just confirm that here and update. So if we look at what this run looks like, in the very beginning, it assumes that you are that your body is in cooldown mode, and you need to get the body used to moving again. So it's a brisk walk in the very beginning, and then there's a stage of easy running in order to get the body nicely warmed up, and then there's a turnover period where you are asked to just prepare yourself for the more intensive peak of this exercise. And then we get into the 3.2 kilometer stretch of the exercise, where you can see my heart rate starting at 178. So that was roughly where I knew that my lactate threshold was from a previous exercise, and rising slightly over the course of the exercise to 183. I think my max heart rate is 188 or 189. And so interestingly enough, my pace actually, my velocity decreased a little bit over time. Over these 3.2, I actually thought it was rather constant, but that's an interesting point to note. My intention was actually to finish with a sort of sprint finish, but miscalculated the number of laps that it would take me, so I couldn't quite do the push at the end. But nonetheless, I felt pretty good during the exercise. I knew based on my perceived rate of effort that I gave it a good go, and did the 3.2 kilometers in 13 minutes and 30 seconds or so. I'm not sure whether we can. Yeah, I saw it in the lap on in the Garmin. That was then the peak part of the exercise. After the exercise, you then are granted a period of 2 minutes of recovery, where you can slow down in order to recuperate for about 2 minutes. And then there's another period of I think it's 15 minutes of easy running as a warm down. So TrainAsOne uses all of this data in order to ascertain where you are, and now we'll see what the improvement actually came to be. So today I was actually looking for the charts. There we go. For the charts. So we are not interested in all the other ones at this point in time. We're actually looking for this. So on my Garmin watch, I saw that my VO2 max and my lactate threshold both improved, which is good news. So my lactate threshold did improve. So this was the last test, and this is from today's assessment. Yeah. So that's a considerable improvement, which is nice. That is very good to see. Okay, so the next time I do a 6-minute assessment, it will look for my VO2 max, and I will get a dot, hopefully a little bit higher. But compared to my initial assessment and the one that I did just now, also already a nice improvement here. So that's good. All of this just keeps boosting my confidence in Tao and the fact that I can just let go of worrying about whether I'm doing the right training. It just does the calculations for me and shows me what my results are. So I hope this video was helpful to explain a little bit more detail what the 3.2K assessment looks like and what the improvement is that we are hoping to see as part of that. And also good for those of you who get a little bit restless on when there are resting periods. So yesterday I was getting rather itchy to go out for a run, but I stuck to my recovery, right? So after this training block, resting period, the body gets the adaptation and the muscles then come out fresh again. And I felt really good on the track today and during this assessment. So the legs felt pretty light and turned over nicely. So definitely did its work, this resting period beforehand. So if you found this helpful, please like the video. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button to get updates of the upcoming videos. And please, in the comments, share your thoughts as well as any idea for future videos that I might get to put out there for you. Until next time, I wish you all the best for your training and happy running. Thank you very much. Bye.